Hello everybody and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John and today I have got my TBR for February, also for Women in Horror Month. Now when I started this channel, I think started in 2019 and I started too late for Women in Horror Month of 2019. 2020, let's face it, was just absolutely nuts. I literally spaced off Women in Horror Month. I just tried to kind of, do my own thing or whatever, get this channel growing as much as I can. But then I heard about it, that it's going to be here in February of 2021. I said, you know what, I want to go ahead and do this. So I made a video. I made a Women in Horror Month video, and then I got it uploaded and everything, and then I go to Twitter and I see people saying that it's been officially moved to March. I'm thinking, oh great, I'm gonna have to change everything because I mentioned February so many times in the video, and I deleted the video like an idiot without getting further sources. So then I hear that Brad Proctor says something about it, and Brad says, and I said, wait a minute, is it in March or February? And he says, okay, it's in March this year, and it's going to be officially, or in February this year, and then it's going to officially be in March of next year. So me, having already deleted my video, did a complete Homer Simpson, and went, dope! All right, so yeah. Anyway, this is second time. This is hopefully the last time I have to do this. Anyway, this is my TBR for February and Women in Horror Month. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get underway with this. I've actually got a couple of graphic novels here that are written by women. One of the books I have is not written by a woman, but it is the illustrations are by a woman artist, a female artist, excuse me. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So first up, we got from DC Comics Black Label. This is part of Joe Hill's Hill House Comics. And this is the Low Woods. Do I have this upside down? No, I don't. Okay. Had me confused there for a minute. Anyway, this is written by Carmen Maria Machado, or Machado. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I'm going to say Machado. Illustrated by Danny. I'm not sure if Danny is a female artist or not. I would have to find that out. Anyway, it says here, shudder to think Pennsylvania has been on fire for years. The woods are full of rabbits with human eyes, a deer woman who stalks hungry girls, and swaths of skinless men. And the people have shuddered to think, well, they're not doing so well either. When Elle and Octavia wake up in a movie theater with no memory of the last few hours of their lives, the two teenage dirtbags embark on a horrifying journey to uncover the truth about the strange town that they call home. And that is the Low Woods. That is a graphic novel. Let me open up one little page here to get you an example of some of the art. I've been showing this off already in another video. So yeah, if you watch that video, you'll see the artwork some of the artwork anyway. So, all right, next up from Laura Marks. Some reason or another, her name sounds familiar. I think she's written novels. I just cannot place her right now. Artwork is by Kelly Jones, and this is called Daphne Byrne. All right. In the gaslit splendor of late 19th century New York, rage builds inside 14-year-old Daphne. The sudden death of her father has left her alone with her grief-stricken mother. Emotionally adrift and living outside her means, the widow becomes easy prey for a group of occultists promising to contact her dead husband. While fighting to disentangle her mother from these charlatans, Daphne experiences a genuine supernatural encounter, a strange, insidious presence in her own body. Brother, a charming entity with unspeakable appetites, visits her in her dreams and whispers in her ear. Soon, Daphne is sharing his terrifying power. A demon? A ghost? Her own hallucination? Daphne can't be sure what Brother is or what he wants. And even if she knew, could she stop him? Would she want to? That is Daphne Byrne. All right. All right. Just in time for Women in Horror Month, I got, and also let me remind you, I hate to say this, I really hate to be like this. Also, let me remind you that February is also Black History Month. I am really ashamed to say this. I don't have a lot of books by black female authors. I have some books by black male authors. I just don't have a lot by black female authors. But yeah, I would like to, I do want to change that. Okay. So yes, anyway. All right. So this one is from Jennifer Susie or Sousey, and this is Clementines Awakening. I got sent this by Silver Shamrock Publishing. Just got it in the mail yesterday. Death is rarely the end in Savannah. Sometimes it's only the beginning. Clementine is ready to live her best life, starting with a new job at O'Hara's Pub. But working as a server isn't easy for a lifelong wallflower. She encounters a sympathetic ally in Rosemary, but there's a problem. Rosemary's a ghost, a former slave trapped for eternity in the pub. The girls form an unlikely friendship. Clementine offers compassion to the lonely ghost who defends her by playing harmless pranks on rude customers and cruel co-workers. Their activities soon attract another spirit, Deadeye Abernathy, the madman who murdered Rosemary 150 years ago. Deadeye joins the fun, turning the pranks into gruesome attacks. Clementine must find a way to stop him before he destroys her friends and the new life she loves. But how can a human, and this is all covered up a little bit, but how can a human survive a battle between two ghosts in the most haunted city in America? And that is Clementines Awakening by Jennifer Sousey or Susie. All right. Coming all the way from 1981. This has a long synopsis. And I am not going to read this long freaking synopsis. Anyway, this is Paula Trackman, Disturb Not the Dream. I think I've read the synopsis on this before. Anyway, it's about two families that move into this house, Mulberry House. One of them moves in the 1930s, 1938, and then the other ones move in 1976. Horrible, ghostly, supernatural things happen. That's what drew me to it. So yes, I cannot wait to get into this. I've had this on my shelf for so long. I need to read it. So this is as good a time as any. All right. So there you go. Okay. Next up, we got from Emiko Jean. We'll Never Be Apart. And that's a pretty awesome cover. I love that cover, man. That's just really cool. Murder, Fire, Revenge. That's all 17-year-old Alice Monroe thinks about. Locked in a mental ward at Savage Isle, Alice is haunted by memories of the fire that killed her boyfriend, Jason. Ablaze her deranged and jealous sister, Celly, set. When whispers from other mental patients convince Alice that Celly has also been committed to Savage Isle, Alice vows to avenge the life of the boy she loved. Aided by Chase, a mysterious, charismatic new patient, Alice stealthily combs Savage Isle for her sister by night. While by day she plays the good girl, attending group therapy sessions and writing the story of her troubled past in foster care. A past she barely understands in a journal, but nothing at Savage Isle is what it seems, and no one will leave the same. And that is We'll Never Be Apart. All right, next up from Jennifer McMahon. I've only read one Jennifer McMahon book, and that was The Winter People. I've seen where some people loved that book. I've seen where one person actually absolutely hated that book. I liked it. I thought it was good, but to each his own. Anyway, this is The Invited. Okay. All right. In a quest for a simpler life, Helen and Nate have abandoned the comforts of suburbia to take up residence on 44 acres of rural land where they will begin the ultimate aspirational do-it-yourself project, building the house of their dreams. When they discover that this beautiful property has a dark and violent past, Helen, a former history teacher, becomes consumed by the local legend of Hattie Breckenridge, a woman who lived and died there a century ago. With her passion for artifacts, Helen finds special materials to incorporate into the house. A beam from an old schoolroom, bricks from a mill, a mantle from a farmhouse, objects that draw her deeper into the story of Hattie and her descendants, 3 generations of Breckenridge women, each of whom died suspiciously. As the building project progresses, the house will become a place of menace and unfinished business, a new home, now haunted, that beckons its owners and their neighbors toward unimaginable danger. So this sounds like a book where almost like a build your own haunted house adventure sort of thing. I like that. That's really different. All right. And that was The Invited by Jennifer McMahon. All right. Next up, I do have at least one book here by an author of color, and this is White is for Witching by Helen Oyeyemi. Another one I've been meaning to read for a while. There's something strange about the Silver family's house in the closed-off town of Dover, England. Grand and cavernous with hidden passages and buried secrets, it's been home to 4 generations of Silver women. Anna, Jennifer, Lily, and now Miranda, who has lived in the house with her twin brother Elliot ever since their father converted it to a bed and breakfast. The Silver women have always had a strange connection, a pull over one another that reaches across time and space, and when Lily, Miranda's mother, passes away suddenly while on a trip abroad, Miranda begins suffering strange ailments. An eating disorder starves her. She begins hearing voices. When she brings a friend home, Dover's hostility toward outsiders physically manifests within the 4 walls of the Silver house, and the lives of everyone inside are irrevocably changed. At once an unforgettable mystery and a meditation on race, nationality, and family legacies, White is for Witching is a boldly original, terrifying, and elegant novel by a prodigious talent. That is White is for Witching. Alrighty there. Okay, next up, got 3 more to go here. Next up, we got Splatter Western number 7 by Kenzie Jennings, and this is Red Station. Got a picture of Kenzie right here. It's a wanted poster. And she's wanted for correcting a lawman's grammar. Now, why would you want somebody in jail for correcting grammar? I think she's my new hero. I get so tired of people saying supposedly instead of supposedly and saying pacifically instead of specifically. You know, I just, that drives me up the wall. Anyway, mini rant over. There is a house overlooking the vast rolling plains, a home station where a traveler will be welcomed with a piping hot meal and a downy bed. It is a refuge for the weary, a beacon for the lost, a place where blood and bones feed the land. For 4 stagecoach passengers, a doctor in search of a missing father and daughter, a newlywed couple on their way to their homestead, and a lady in red with a bag filled with secrets. Their night at Red Station has only just begun. That is Red Station. Once again, awesome artwork by Justin Coons on this cover. He has been knocking these books, covers for these books out of the frickin' park, all right? Okay, 2 to go. Trying to get this quick. Darcy Coates. I've only read 1 book by Darcy Coates. That was Craven Manor. I think I remember liking it. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll read something else by her. This is The Haunting of Gillespie House. Okay. Some spirits linger. Elle is thrilled to spend a month minding the beautiful Gillespie property. Over an hour's drive from the nearest town, the aging mansion is ideal for someone seeking solitude. But as she explores her new home, Elle makes a startling discovery. There's a graveyard nestled deep in the woods containing a generation of the house's residents, all who died the same year. Then things start to go very wrong very quickly. There are skittering noises inside the walls, slamming doors, whispers in the night, a locked room, and a horrifying mystery that wants to be solved. As she investigates further, Elle begins to unravel the property's dark and dangerous history. At its center is Jonathan Gillespie, a tyrannical cult leader and the house's original owner. And as Elle soon learns, just because he's dead doesn't mean he's gone. And that is The Haunting of Gillespie House. Hey. Finally, I have one that is not written but illustrated by a female artist. Her name is Karen Ruffles. Says she is of Drawing in Dark. I'm not really sure what that is. I'd have to look it up. This is Tales in Somber Tones. It says 24 horrific stories, 24 darkly illuminating illustrations. Let's see. Let's find some illustrations here. This is for scavengers. All right. Kind of dark and stark stuff that she does here. Let me find another one. Let me see. Addictions. Looks like kind of a ghostly road with some ghostly figures on it. Let's see. Let's find one more. Find a real good one here. They're all good. I'm just saying, let me find one that just really stands out. All right. Here we go. To Spite the Living. And, oh gosh, I hate that glare. I got to do something about that. All right. Anyway, it looks like a spirit sitting on what appears to be like a stone bench or something. I'm not really sure. Lock the doors, close the blinds, and settle in with this anthology of illustrated horror. Velvet dark imagery leads you into haunting stories that will stay with you long after the lights have gone out. Our monsters have joined forces. Light a candle, make a wish, and let us tell tales in somber tones. There you go. All right, that is going to do it. That is my TBR for February 2021, Women in Horror Month. Maybe there's something out here you guys haven't read, something that catches your eye. Let me know in the comments below. And you know what? I don't usually ask for subscribers or anything like that. But hey, you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. If you guys like my channel, please, if you like my videos, please hit the like button. All right. If you want notifications, then hit the notification button. If you want to subscribe or whatever, it would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's going to do it. And I think I'm going to post this on, let's see, the 5th. I believe on the 5th of February. So anyway, until then, you guys have a great evening, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.